Howdy, hi, and hello, everybody. So, I know this channel has mostly been sort of like a Let's Play channel. Actually, it's mostly been clips, but I'm trying. Anyway, every once in a while, something gets on my nerves, and I just gotta rant about it. So if you'll indulge me, I hate Isekai. And when I say that I hate Isekai, I don't just mean like, it's not my thing. No. I hate it. And I'll tell you exactly why. To make a good story, you need two things. You need character, and you need conflict. But Isekai, as a genre, is fundamentally allergic to both. First, character. Isekai protagonists have been intentionally designed as blank slates. The idea is that you project yourself onto them. You're the main character! So, the main character is a bland high schooler with no discerning personality traits. Isn't that fun? Oh, and the supporting cast? Forget nuanced writing. We're talking about fetish bait. We're talking about big booby elves, little lolly type characters. Oh, but they're 300 years old, don't worry. And animal girls. But not just animal girls. No. We can't just have the cat girl. She's also gotta be a slave. Because Shield Hero was popular for about a season. Guys, this isn't writing. This isn't even archetypes. This is just dating sim characters. Your isekai is just a dating sim without buttons. Second, conflict. If the main character is a projection of the viewer, and this whole thing is supposed to be a power fantasy, then the protagonist must be overpowered. And if the hero is a living god, from episode 1, or 2 sometimes, ooh, spicy, where does the tension come from? Spoiler warning for, like, all of these, it doesn't. Every fight is just a steamrolling of the bad guy, or not nice guy, or irredeemable P. Diddy cosplayer, if you know what I mean. The point is, they have to be completely irredeemable, completely unlikable, completely one-dimensional, so that we can justify chopping them into little bitty bits, and then a child doesn't feel bad about murder, like a psychopath. Oh, and what's up with the ability names? It's always like, here's a cheat skill, here's a cheat code, I got reincarnated as a vending machine. Actually, that one's kind of funny, but still, it's always cheat. It's always video game lingo, because people like Sword Art Online, right? The answer is no, most people actually don't like Sword Art Online, but it was popular with teenagers in Japan. Oh, and here's the kicker. Isekai can't fix these problems because they are the foundation. They are the bedrock that the whole thing is built upon. If you remove them, you're not making isekai anymore. So instead, the studios rely on distractions. Woo! Distraction number 1. Fill every frame with girls. Doesn't matter what's happening on the scene. Tragic backstory, big emotional reveal, high stakes battle. The camera will find a way to zoom up and under a skirt. Panty shots are the duct tape holding the genre together. It destroys tone. It kills immersion. It makes everything cheap. But we're talking about power fantasy for teenagers, so obviously we gotta have booba. Oh, but you know, we can't actually have the S word, you know, the we can't have any of that actually going on, because this is a self-insert for high schoolers, for teenagers, for young boys who are virgins. And it wouldn't be relatable if the main character had sex. Distraction number dos. Explosions, blood, screaming. Every single episode has to have some kind of battle, even if the outcome is always obvious. The main character will always win. So the only way to keep this interesting is to make it bigger and louder and more blood. The problem is, these shows are made on a shoestring budget. So what do you get? Well, you either get choppy, off-model animations with minimal movement and those neat little speed lines that have been around since Sailor fucking Moon, or the award-winning CG cut straight from a PlayStation 2. These people are operating with the budget of a single mother of 3 in a shopping mall. The end result of all of this is a complete and total tonal nightmare, probably the most horrifying and shocking thing on the screen, despite all of the decapitations that seem to keep popping up for some reason. A series is trying to balance its fan service and its comedy and its blood and its action and its half-baked plot, but none of it works because the foundations are hollow. This is a house of cards built on a cloud of nothing. It's garbage. These anime are like the plastic bag in the Walmart parking lot, wafting on the wind. They're empty. They're trash. And if you want to know why this keeps happening, let me introduce you to the industrial nightmare of anime production. These shows are churned out like fast food burgers. Whatever light novel was popular last month gets adapted now, right now. No thought goes into it. Overworked animators crank out an impossible schedule for garbage pay. The strategy isn't to make anything good. It's to flood the market with as much miserable crap as they can possibly manage so that they can maybe win the lottery. Because this is just gambling with anime and stupid-looking swords. Because one of these will always end up topping the charts by the end of the season. Despite their crap quality, there are teenagers out there. I know, scary, right? But there are a ton of them, and they don't know what good or bad or mediocre looks like. They just know they like it when the hot girl jumps up and down and her boobas go whoop, 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 whoop. So, yeah, we get this crap. We get a lot of this crap. Guys, Isekai isn't even a genre anymore. It's a marketing strategy. It doesn't exist to tell stories. It exists to extract money from teenagers whose lives are so miserable that they will settle for escapism with zero substance. And if I can real talk with you guys, there's a sad, scary part of all this. The rise of isekai says more about us than it does about anime. It's a symptom of a generation so burnt out and hopeless that instead of dreaming of a better tomorrow, they'd rather fantasize about getting hit by a truck and waking up anywhere else, even if the very first thing that happens to them is they're betrayed, or they lose an arm, or they get raped, or all three. But that's okay with them, so long as they're not here anymore. Isekai doesn't want you to grow up. It doesn't want you to fight for a better tomorrow. It just wants you to turn off your brain, close your eyes, and accept the fantasy while you hand over whatever lunch money you have left. So, yeah, I hate Isekai. Can you blame me? But hey, don't worry. If you disagree, I'm sure there's a series out there with a main character that has the exact same opinion as you, and he's already way stronger than me. Thanks for listening, everyone. Like, comment, blah, blah, blah. See you in the next one.